How many of you think that entrepreneurship leads to startups? Okay, what do the rest of you think? Entrepreneurship doesn't lead to startups? Well, I think the answer is both. Entrepreneurship sometimes leads to startups, but the intent of entrepreneurship or learning entrepreneurship and going through entrepreneurship education is not entirely to set up a business. Well, does that sound right? Yes, it does, because what you get in entrepreneurship education is skills that you can use anywhere, not necessarily in starting a business. So the kind of skills that you get, thinking outside the box, are building teams, working in teams, speaking fearlessly in front of a large audience, like how you'll see the 8 finalists will pitch to all of you. So these are skills that you acquire when you go through training in entrepreneurship. And these skills are all transferable. They're portable. You can take these skills to a regular job, a corporate job, or any career that you pursue. You need these skills. So when you think about entrepreneurship and venture discovery, or oh, this is not for me, I'm not going to become an entrepreneur, so I don't need this education. That's the wrong way of looking at it. Every one of us needs entrepreneurship education, so we can build our skill base to be better individuals in doing things better, in working with teams, in building not necessarily a company, building a product. You need entrepreneurial skills. So at Gitam, we have taken this conscious decision to embrace entrepreneurship roughly about 3.5 years ago. And we wanted to build an ecosystem. Many universities look at entrepreneurship and measure the effectiveness of entrepreneurship through the number of startups that come out at the other end. And we didn't want to make that mistake. Yes, startups are important. We want all of you, if possible, to build businesses. But that's not the primary intent of introducing entrepreneurship education at Gitam. We want to give you the skills, and through those skills, if you end up starting a business, by all means, yes, we welcome that. We'll give you all the support. Even if you don't want to do that, many times what happens is you come for an education for 4 years or 3 years, whatever program you pursue. But at the end of 4 years, you want a job, or your parents want a job, because whatever reasons, you're not ready for starting a business, taking the risk. So the skills that you acquire here stay with you, and let's say if you want to start a business 5 years later, 10 years later, 20 years later, these skills remain with you. And you use these skills in the meantime in whatever career you're pursuing. So keep in mind that entrepreneurship does not necessarily translate to startups. It's an important piece of education you go through to build your skill base. Well, today at Gitam, as I said, now we have embraced entrepreneurship. We have invested heavily in entrepreneurship education and building venture development centers across the 3 campuses. We have one in Vizag, one in Bangalore, and another one in Hyderabad coming up shortly in the next year or so. And SmartIDEAthon, for which we've all assembled here, is one of the many things that we do in the Venture Development Center. This is an annual event. Obviously, we as Ms. Sridevi just mentioned, we invite applications. We have over 1,000 applications this year. And I'm here to talk about the themes that we adopted and why we adopted those themes. One of the themes is food and health is a theme. So when you invite applications, we want ideas or business ideas to in those themes. Food and health is one of those themes. Sustainable fashion is another theme. The third one is toys for STEM education. And the fourth one is frugal innovation. So the fourth one can cut across all 3 and more. frugal innovation can apply to any type of innovation, any type of entrepreneurship. The reason we picked food and health, as you probably know, health and well-being is at the very center of all of our lives. Everyone is concerned about our health and well-being. We want to be healthy. We want to live long and healthy. And you also see that there is India, especially. We have the big problem of malnutrition. Every 1 in 3 children is undernourished or not, doesn't grow as well as they should because of lack of access to proper food. And then on the other end, we also have overnutrition. There's too much nutrition that is taken that leads to diseases. We have diabetes. India is the world's global center for diabetes. So it is the highest per capita diabetes is in India. So it leads to those diseases. We're looking at innovation, innovative ideas, and thereby entrepreneurship ideas that solve some of these problems, that help solve the food, nutrition, and health issues. On the sustainable fashion, all of us want to wear nice clothes and look good, so we want to always buy clothes. But you have to also understand that the fashion industry is the worst polluter on the globe. 10% of the carbon footprint is attributed directly to the fashion industry. If you're wearing a nice jean pant, it takes about 10,000 liters of water to make one jean pant. So imagine the amount of impact we are creating on, a negative impact we are creating on this globe. So there should be solutions. All of us innovators should think about solutions that keep these factors in mind and produce products, ideas and products that are sustainable, that don't harm the earth that we live in so badly as they do now. Then we have toys for STEM. STEM education, again, is big. Everyone needs STEM education. And globally, there is, especially not globally, if I know about the US numbers, the STEM students who can do math and who have proficiency in reading, that is declining steadily. In India or anywhere else, you can learn better through games and toys, and all of us know that. We love games, we love toys, and learning, using them to learn is a great way of innovating. So we have chosen the toys for STEM for that reason. And frugal innovation, as you all know, we also call jugaad. How many of you have heard the word jugaad? India is big on jugaad. How many of you, actually, I promise I won't ask questions, but I'm still asking questions, you should pardon me. How many of us throw away a toothbrush ever? How long do we use a toothbrush? Maybe a couple of weeks, a month, and then you throw it away. But in India, I have not seen a household that throws away a toothbrush. Because we have applications, we have uses for toothbrush after it served its primary purpose. We use that to brush things, clean things up. Women use that to clean jewelry. We have so many uses for toothbrush. So if you take anything, that is jugaad. That is something that you find a product, you have a primary application for it, and you are using innovative methods to put it to different uses. So India is big in jugaad, because we are forced to live within our means, to make things within our means. If you look at Chandrayaan, the 3 that landed, the entire cost of that project is less than, is 1/3 of the cost to produce a movie called Avatar. You probably have heard this before. So that is what India does. And a number of times you innovate out of a need to innovate, to be frugal. And that frugal innovation can be extended to the world, to global. My colleague here, Professor Ravi Ramamurthy, specializes in that, reverse innovation. How are countries like India innovating and exporting that innovation to advanced countries? So this is happening right now. It's been happening for a long time. So that's why we have picked frugal innovation as another theme. So those are the themes around which applications are sought. We had about 45% of the applications in the frugal innovation space. I'm very, very pleased to report that. So today also you will see a number of teams that are pitching with the theme frugal innovation. Then we had about 31% of the teams in the food and health space. The remaining teams are in the other two spaces. So those are the themes for today, and you will hear those pitches. 8 teams will come in front of you. What I want you to take away from today is there are 8 teams that we have selected, and we call them winners. And among them, we are going to pick a few other winners. In entrepreneurship, there's nothing called winning or losing. All of us are winners. So the teams that did not make it to the finals today, the other 24 teams that traveled here and competed yesterday but did not make it to the finals today, or even the other 70 teams or so, or if you take a 1,000 applications pool, several of them did not make it here. It doesn't mean that they're bad. And these are good. There's nothing called bad or good in entrepreneurship. It is at that time, at that pitch, they did not win. But no, it doesn't mean that they have to go home and not try entrepreneurship ever. This is part of failing and getting up, dusting off, and doing things again. That's part of entrepreneurship. So I want you all to acknowledge that while we celebrate winning, the losers should not feel disappointed. I don't call them losers. They have not made it to the final. So they should also celebrate. They should also go back and continue the entrepreneurial journey. So with those words, I want to end here. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. I wish the teams pitching here all the best, and have a great one.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.